just a quick disclaimer before we get the ball rolling here. Now, I'm just going to ask if you have a senior around you or an elderly person in your vicinity, I ask that you put them up. Okay, put them away, tuck them in a closet, whatever you got to do. At the very least, turn their hearing devices all the way down, okay? We want it to be quieter for them than a mouse fart. Because some of the things I'm going to say might make them feel a bit exposed or vulnerable or naked, and nobody wants to see that. Now, my beef with seniors started when I was 17 years old, right? Just a mere baby. I would work at a local grocery store part-time during the week, and I would DJ on the weekend, so the Friday and the Saturday. And the Saturday night in particular, after my set was done around 2:30 in the morning, I would walk home to the West End, the St. Joe's Projects. And on my walk home, I'd always encounter these two elderly gentlemen. And if they had pants on at all, they'd be around their ankles. Now, fortunately for me, I never got the full frontal view. I always got the rear view, which wasn't that much better. But so I'd always get like their twin male parts there would be knocking in between their knees, right? Like bing, 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 ganyo, right? Like a pinball machine or something. And the shadows they would cast on the ground were horrifying, right? I swear, like the worst monsters lived in those shadows. And they kept me up at night for a long time. And I get it that, they survived the War of 1812 and WW2. So they earned the right to have one too many and overindulge every once in a while. But they didn't earn the right to give me PTSD just because their grandkids don't answer when they call them, right? Because all they do is smash all the buttons with their face. Boop, 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 boop. Right? They put you in a way like you don't even answer the phone properly. You'll see their name come up on there, right? And you're like, yeah, no, just put me on speaker. Put me on speaker. Boop, 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 boop. Right? And when they do get you on speaker, they can't hear you anyways. You're like, yeah, I just picked up the kids. And they're like, huh. It's like, yeah, did you get to your doctor's appointment okay this morning? And they'll be like, she did. So you just start messing with them. Like, yeah, I just I think my hamster might be dead. I shoved him in a full jar of peanut butter and he's not moving anymore. Is that okay? And they're like, like you don't hear a word I'm saying, do you? And if you want the full senior experience, like the full package, you got to go to a seniors building. All right, take the whole family, the kids and everything. You'll have a blast. Now, my mom lives in one of these buildings, so the other day I call her up. I say, Mom, I'm going to come and visit, right? And I give her a heads up in case she wants to pretend she's not home or whatever. I give her that. So I get there. She buzzes me in. I'm walking to the elevator. Now, before I get to the elevator, I hear a voice, and it's saying, yeah, that's why I don't leave my apartment anymore, because every time I come down here, all you do is mess with me. Now go. And I know this is a rough building, so I feel I might have to play the hero, right? So I go over to the door and I slowly open it up and look inside, right? It's pitch black. As the light fills the room, there's a little old lady standing there. So I ask her, I say, ma'am, are you okay? Is there anything I can help you with? And she says, yeah, this elevator is always broken. They come and they fix it and it breaks again. And I just stop her right there. I'm like, ma'am, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is the garbage room. And she doesn't miss a beat, right? She just keeps right on going like, yeah, but this elevator. And I just have to slowly back up and let the door close on her. And I make my way to my mom's apartment, right? When I walk in my mom's apartment, she has this little stack of cards on her coffee table there. So I pick up a few cards. I look at it, right? It says Cynthia Castello. I'm like, Mom, what is this card? Mom's like, oh, she has dementia. Oh, okay. So I start reading it a little bit. Cynthia Castello, semi-independent. She likes bingo on Tuesday nights and 1,000-piece puzzles, right? So as I look at this, I'm a bit confused, and I see at the bottom there's a minus 180. So I asked my mom, like, what is this minus 180? She said, yeah, that's Cynthia. She has this dementia. And I say, yeah, I know she has dementia. I just met her down in the garbage room. I get it. And it turns out that this minus 180 is the betting odds if she's going to make it to her next birthday or not, which is horrifying, but it's also extremely hilarious that they have a set of senior citizen trading cards, and I guess this is number 32 out of 94, right? And when I flipped it over, I see there's a big picture of Cynthia, right? A really pretty picture of Cynthia from college or university, right? Long before the liver marks. And it has an autograph on it. My mother had the nerve to have it autographed, like this card was going to be worth something someday. So what they do is they sit down in their little conference room and they trade all these cards. Got to catch them all, I guess. And poor Jack here, he's a positive 4,200. He must have something really bad because they expect him to die yesterday, right? Every night, poor Jack lays his suit out on the bed just in case, right? Miss Johnson, she's on the 3rd floor, the one with the little white poodle dog. She lets him out to urinate on the balcony there, and he goes out and he pees through the rails onto the people below. You'll be sitting out there in the summertime. It's 100 degrees, right? Just sweating bullets. And you'll feel like a nice mist, and you'll be like, oh, that's nice. That's very refreshing. That's not rain, right? Miss Johnson, she's a minus 400, by the way, which surprised me. She looks to be in much worse shape than that, but I guess she studied really hard and did really well on her last physical because they expect her to be rolling well into 2026. Now, we could sit around and we can make fun of the elderly all day till we're blue in the face, right? Or wet in the depends. Sorry. But at the end of the day, we really need them, right? How many times have you swore you were starving to death and a Werther's Original just appears out of nowhere, right? And just provides you with those couple extra hours of life. Or even better, one of those white and red striped peppermint candies. And sometimes they'll try to slide you one of those clear mints and you just take it and like, no, you keep that one, Grandma. I'll go to the grave, thank you. So what I'm saying is, if you have an elderly grandparent or an elderly mother or whatever the relation may be, and you haven't spoke to them in a while, pick up the phone. Or even better yet, if you can, go see them in person. They'll really enjoy that. And if you pay close enough attention, you can have a great time as well. And you will have 1,000 laughs, which is the best medicine. Right? So go, and if you don't have access, this is what I'm going to do. And if you don't have access to an elderly person, I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and you can adopt one today. And go and extend your life at the expense of theirs. God bless.